Welcome to the Truck Yard. I'm Indiana Jack. We have some awesome stories for you today. Don't miss the story that Nate shot about his blue Volvo going through the snowy mountains of Oregon. You won't want to miss that. We have a story about a software that Traveloco has developed. It's for you to help calculate where your expenses are and how you're doing on a spreadsheet. You can go right to it. Anyone can use it. It's free. It's kind of like Kevin Rutherford's software, except it's just a small spreadsheet that you can help calculate your expenses as a trucker. And then first we have an interesting story that I know you'll like about a lady trucker horse rider. She's actually competes at rodeos and such like that, but the neatest thing of all, she has a trailer, and we're going to take a tour of that. Let's watch.
My name is Kristen Mulkey. I actually do rodeos. I rope calves. I travel with my own horses, and we go and we compete for good money. And we always compete against girls that are from all over. I've roped against girls from Canada and even Australia.
Would you please make welcome the flag of the United States of America. Folks, how many of you were proud to be an American on a Saturday night, huh?
We've been champions a couple times. I've got saddles and plenty of belt buckles to prove it. I have American quarter horses. Most of them are a sorrel or like a brown color, but I do have one that's paint, which is white and brown. With this trailer, it's kind of like a camper. We can pretty much live out of it. So everywhere we go, if we have to stay overnight, because we do a lot of traveling in North Carolina and we went even further, so we end up staying over the night because it is so late when we finish. So it's got a bed in it, and a couch, and a bathroom and shower and dining area. So we can pretty much just live out of it like a mini house or like a camper. And of course we have our big truck to haul the heavy thing. No, usually we stay at the campground or where we're having the rodeo at. So they usually allow us to stay there. We've had the trailer for about a month now. We've got it. We're fixing to hit a big competition in Texas. We're leaving next weekend actually. So we had to have a little bit more room for us to be able to be comfortable. So we've had it for about a month now. My dad is actually putting an antenna on there for our TV so we can watch satellite TV whenever we go. The satellite will just pick up just like any regular satellite will.
Now what's awesome about this, when you're done going to the bathroom, you can go right out here and you can visit your horses to see how they're doing. This is awesome. I've never been in one of these, so I'm having an adventure myself by seeing all this stuff. You can come right out this door. This is where we just came out of. And come around here, check out the horses, and this is where they stay. Okay, so this is the other end. This is where we were. And the horses, they're like facing this way. They get a view. Ah, the view of the trucks. But they can be eating hay. And the sides are even padded. So they kind of get locked in sideways. So you can fit 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is awesome.
My Facebook and Instagram both is just under my name, Kristen Mulkey, which is KRISTINMULKEY.
Good morning, I'm Bill. When I'm not moving trailers or at home building or fixing stuff, you can find me watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. Stay tuned.
This is our In the Office segment, and welcome by the way. Our company put out a spreadsheet for those of you who are serious about trucking and you want to know your numbers. You know, I've been talking about Kevin Rutherford for many years and how he emphasizes that us truckers need to know what our numbers are in order to run our business successfully, right? Everyone that's a businessman, and a trucker is a businessman, needs to know what his numbers are. So we put out a spreadsheet, and you can go right to it if you want. I'll put a link below in the comments. You can go there and put in your numbers so that you know where you stand as a trucker, where your business stands. Let's look at it right now, and you can see in depth what I'm talking about. So what this is, what I was excited to show you, something our company put out. It's just a spreadsheet, but it's kind of interesting for those of you who are interested in your numbers as an owner-operator, as a trucker. Pay attention to this blue box here, net profit, and then down here, that number also. What we're trying to do is to try to get truckers to pay attention to their cost per mile, and that's that category right there, the ones on the right side. So, for instance, insurance, equipment insurance is that amount, 10 cents per mile. Occupational insurance is 1 cent. Registration, 2 cents. Maintenance, 10 cents, and so on and so on. Now, if you want to, let's say your truck payment is $500. Let's make it $400. Oh, I deleted the dollar sign. Now watch the blue number on the side. We're going to go 400. Did you notice how that changed? So it's different now. So it's an interactive spreadsheet is what it is, so that you can know what each one of these cents per miles is and try to get them within line with what they need to be. And on the right-hand side, same thing. You can put in more realistic numbers. Some of you will have better numbers over here than what we have in the display. These are just the default numbers. And this is live. It's something you can go to right now and play with yourself. If you go to travelloco.com/cost, you too can go right to the spreadsheet and make your numbers better. And this isn't rocket science, okay? Kevin Rutherford has been preaching this ever since I've been listening to him for at least 10 years. It's just that it's neat that these kind of tools are slowly becoming available to you as truckers, a tool like this. I'll bet you didn't know this, for those of you who aren't truckers, that all of these numbers are what gets your avocados onto your table for dinner tonight. A trucker has to sit down and calculate all of these things so that he knows what his cost is per mile, so that he's making money. Everyone has to be profitable. So it's awesome that Eddie and the people here at Traveloco, here at the trucking yard, put this together for us to look at our costs as truckers. And that's basically it. What a great thing that we have here. It's a tool for you and I to use as truckers. And thanks for watching it with me and looking at it with me. Let's look at something else now.
Welcome to Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. I'm Randy.
And I'm Jay, and we are the Enske Brothers Racing Team from Polk City, Florida.
This is Nate with Wolf Express Transports. So I just got my truck back today. It's Monday, and the truck was in for some faulty wires. So they fixed it. No issues now. I did get a load, but my load does not pick up until 7 o'clock tonight in Henderson, Nevada. So it's about 130 miles away from where I'm at now. So I'm gonna go pick that load up. It delivers in Kent, Washington, and I will show you all along the way. So I just made it here to the shipper. I'm gonna head in now, get checked in. Hopefully they can load me pretty fast. They said it can be anywhere between 2 to 3 hours at this facility, so we'll see what happens. I got loaded last night, finally got loaded. It took about two and a half hours to get loaded. I got out of there at 8:38 last night, so 20:38. And so now I'm on my way. Once I got to the town of Alturas, California, I looked at the weather map just to see what was ahead. The radio has been saying there was a lot of snow in Oregon, but there really wasn't a way around it. The 97 in Oregon can be some of the most treacherous driving when the snow hits. At least it's straight, and if you go slow, it's okay to travel on. just past Chimel, I took 58 over some really high passes in the mountains, but once I could see Eugene on the other side, I felt relieved where I would be dry and flat. That night I stopped at the Pilot in Brooks. It's usually a busy truck stop, but I managed to get a parking place. The next morning, other than going to Portland, it would be an easy drive all the way to camp. So I made it to my delivery with 2 minutes to spare. I go check in. They told me I need to wait for a door. I do have a load right after this one. It picks up in Tacoma, Washington, headed to Missouri.
Boy, was that some awesome scenery, Nate. Give him a hand. Thank you very much for shooting that for us, Nate, and sharing it. And thanks for riding along, all of you. I'm Indiana Jack. We'll see you next week.